Right there, mister.
Hey, what's up, playboy? You know, long hours, man, you know? And murderers get tired too, man, you know? That's when we be slipping.
Sit there.
Lee Abbott directed the first one, but Dame directed the second. Super Ugly with Irv Gotti move. No, rest in peace to Irv Gotti. And we went to Club Cheetah, and then the DJ threw then the DJ picked Ether on some we walked. It was disrespectful. You know what's funny? The director, Malik Abbott, shout out to Malik Abbott, he was from Philadelphia.
Tell me what you know about the hood life.
Now I'm smart, nigga, and you can't do nothing to me, and I can use your words against you.
That's so look, I want to talk about Baby Boy.
Yeah, Baby Boy, the wild card.
Oh man, well, if it ain't the infamous El Polo look. What's up, playboy? I'm Baby Boy's situation. Hey, Rod, you got a bath, man?
Man, like, no, I ain't gonna lie. Definitely one of the most standards out characters of the movie.
Appreciate you, man. Shout out to all the folks that rock with Baby Boy and was wondering like why that go down like that. Shout out. And I'm on it, yo. I own my own Baby Boy says title, man. It's the business you gotta learn. You know what I'm saying? Cause that's a cutthroat business, man. We all they said it was a doggy dog world. We just didn't understand what at that time where it was at.
So real quick, how did the whole movie come about? And what was like the vibes like during that?
For state property?
Yeah.
Well, Dame wrote it. Let's be honest. I can't. Well, not Dame. You know what's funny? The director, Malik Abbott. Shout out to Malik Abbott. He was from Philadelphia.
Scrap, get down there. New game plan, scrap, yeah. So, yo, dude, make it happen. Holla at my boy.
All right.
You know what I mean? I just did a
Movie. That's right.
yeah, with no problem.
Not a problem at all.
We ain't sleep not one day.
He shot a video that I was in called "Where's the Party?" So I was just in LA working, right, finding all this information out. So I'm running around collecting information, not even collecting information, just reaching back out to people, networking. That wasn't even collecting information. I'm networking and come to find out, I was like, hey man, this guy been around each other since the knee deep. And I'm just telling people, we all going through stuff the whole time, and that's what take us the time to get there. You know what I'm saying? So after all that's done and said and done, ain't nothing to do but talk business because it's already understood what's going on. So when everybody out there trying to buy time and do this, the process don't with nature and process and evolution because it's already there. So when you running a little late. Matter of fact, you just starting to something. So don't try to have a guy that's there running late and you the one that, you know what I'm saying, the one that ain't even there.
Right.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And that's what's going on. So now, but the process of the movies, John and all that, it was a different world from so we on barbaric time on the music business. You know what I'm saying? I'm a barbarian. I don't give a fuck. You know, you get to the other world, it's like, hey man, they treated me like, you know, you feeling good. You like, these guys treated me with kindness and respect, and you was different. You be like, what's going on, man? Like, yeah, so I got to inherit, interpret the way I am, and treating people accordingly from my experiences, my interactions with people.
Right.
That's the experience, and I'm learning the business. You know what I'm saying? And we already coming from this spot, so we already hip. Why are we not treating each other on the business side of things the right way? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm not trying to watch your pocket. It's just give my percentage. It's a pie.
Right.
When you got a pie, what you do? You slice it and break it down. Right. You ain't gonna eat a whole pie unless you're a glutton. Now you this big fat funky guy sitting there. Yeah, big fat stinky guy.
So what's your favorite Baby Boy line?
I think the one I was like, D, you ain't right.
In the hole for 90, I'm shooting everybody see, man.
Oh, cool the out, man. You know damn well we need to holler at Beans before we do anything.
Holla at Beans! Beans got 15 to 30, nigga.
We ain't gotta wait for the nigga to come home. We can holler at him, see if words came through the jails or something.
Came through the mother niggas, you crazy? D, you ain't moving? You ain't moving, D? You ain't moving? We in the hole for 90, you ain't moving? Yo, nigga, get the fuck.
I got him.
D, we want. Yeah.
Nigga in the hole for 90.
Right, overnight. You know what? Tell me he being robbed. That was a good joint. I looked at the joint again.
Shit.
That was my joint, yo. That was my joint too. So it's hard to pick with one of them joints, cause two they let me get busy. One it was more. If you look at it, it was like I was more quiet, laid back, but I was getting in the groove of things. That was my first movie. You know what I'm saying?
Facts though, man.
Yep.
So what was the vibes for two? Cause that was like I like how they put it together.
No, Dame. The problem with two was Dame directed it.
Okay.
Malik, like remember I just said you, Malik Abbott directed the first one,
yeah.
but Dame directed
That's why
the
it was
second.
more comical.
Yeah, Dame wanted a twist to it. Yeah,
Right.
but he did good. He did good, and I gave more. He gave me more speaking lines, so I respected him for that.
So I want to talk about the Roc versus the LOX.
Ah man,
Other than that, you can call me up and meet me up, whatever, dog. What up? Holidays getting on it. Beanie Siegel. Mac put a lid on it.
Bang, bang, Siegel Street gang, early.
well, I don't know how people feel about it. I felt like they gave us a run for the money, but when it comes to the victory, I don't know who they keep acting like we didn't get the victory, and I think they gave it to them. But it was a good look. I like Kiss. Shout out to Kiss. Shout out to I ain't never met Sheik, but I met Styles, and I like the LOX. I went over in their camp, you know what I'm saying, and it was just one of them things. It was good for hip hop. Yeah.
All right, so I got two. This one like a two-part question. First, Takeover or Ether, you know what I'm saying? I know you got, you know what I'm saying, stuff for the king.
Ah, man, but
I'm gonna tell you my answer first.
go ahead, you give me yours. You get me caught up in that shit right there.
I broke it down. I'm gonna tell you why. The one line is 4 hours and 10 years. I could divide. That one line had me looking at Nas' whole career different. So it's like,
Listen, this what happened. Either I think on the surface everybody tried to act like he was the winner, but we kicked his ass. It made us look bad for us whole with that super ugly with Irv Gotti move. You know, rest in peace to Irv Gotti. But he did make us look weak with that super ugly because the record was kind of whack to go against Ether. But Hov knew that, you know what I'm saying? I think Dame knew it too. So I'm not going to say he set him up for failure. I'm not from New York. I don't really know what them guys had going on.
You know what's crazy? I didn't
you know
know that he dropped that before.
Super Ugly was whack.
Yeah.
And motherfuckers knew it, but the Takeover shit on Nas. He did, is it Uchi Wally Wally? Is it One Mic? Is it Black Girl Lost a Shorty owe you for ice? I'm a nigga, you should take a pic. He blacked the fuck out. So that joint said Takeover, everybody talking about that.
Yo.
I feel like he snapped the fuck out on that one.
You know the little pictures when a getting smaller.
Yo, he was blacking on that record right there. But you see how some people measure the business? Yeah. They would say Takeover now. We was there, so he had his team with him, you know what I'm saying? And I felt like that's probably what happened with the Takeover, why that took over, because Irv wasn't from our camp, you know what I'm saying?
Talk about like Irv and just his importance as far as being a part of that wave and that culture. During the time, y'all probably like couldn't even.
No. Now what's crazy? I used to see them guys. You know, it was in the Def Jam building, so we would go into certain rooms with them, and we would run into Ja. You know what I'm saying? All them guys. You know, Bleak and them all knew him too. You know what I'm saying? We're from Philly, but I think once we sign on, they supposed to introduce us to guys. You know what I'm saying? So you're supposed to meet people, but it was like we from Philly, so the distance was there already. So you know what I mean?
So my last question before we break: where was you when Ether dropped?
Oh man, Club Cheetah. They played that in the club.
Wait.
While we walked in, and we at the top of our game, and we went to Club Cheetah, and then the DJ then the DJ put fucking Ether on some. He was disrespectful. I wish I knew who that motherfucker was. He was really disrespectful.
Yo, what was
he was really disrespectful.
You chilling? You popping?
No, we went back to the street. Did you get all the MV tapes? We was relentless after that. You didn't hear all that? We was spazzing. No disrespect to the guys, you know, we here and we know they do business with each other. But we was bracking on them niggas. Like, don't f with the company or the camp.